But Ray Rice and Randy Moss, that is going to cure the Cowboys' woes.
And Cowboy fans, you now know why sometimes you get a bad name. That's all. That's all. I'm not saying you're not nice people. I'm just saying there's a reason that you're geographically challenged. When you are here, you just have things mixed up in your brains. That's all. You are very nice people who have a problem that geographically you're a little too far from where you actually belong. All right. That was a nice guy, though.
He was very nice.
By the way, the Eagle guy was no better. He felt that the Eagles can now trade for Mariota because Whisenhunt got fired today. I don't recall Whisenhunt being the GM of the team.
Yeah, of course, that paves the way for Marcus Mariota being traded from Tennessee.
Okay. Well, none of us are perfect.
No.
All right, let's see if we get perfect scores on these picks. Who's in, who's out, John? These are the 12 teams we think will make the NFL playoffs. And if you have a wild speculation, you can come to the table and pass it. We'll thumbs up it or thumbs down it, or you can text ESPN and your wild thought to the number 89,000.
I'm going to proactively give the thumbs down.
In the East, the Jets had their shot a couple of weeks ago against the Patriots. They lost that game, then proceeded to get bombed last week. So it's all Patriots in the East.
Oh, yeah. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is injured now. Geno Smith might not be able to go. You might see Ryan Mallett come off the street for the Jets. Bryce Petty playing quarterback for the Jets. They're in deep trouble. Patriots are running away with that division.
In the North, it's a runaway as well. Cincinnati undefeated. Nice win against a returning Big Ben on the road. That's a good win for them.
It's a very good win. They probably sealed the AFC North at 7-0. Steelers back to 500. But long-term playoffs, Steelers are back in it because Big Ben's only going to get better.
Let's go to the South, which is now getting interesting. A 3-5 team is tied with a 3-5 team for the top spot, John. We have a 2-5 team and a 1-6 team. They're all in it. Who you got?
Yeah, 1-6 team that just fired their coach is one game back in the loss column.
When you fire a coach, that's good for 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, I don't find this division interesting at all. But as we said last week, until the Colts actually lose an AFC South game, I can't go away from them as bad as they are.
You know, the Colts are a maddening team. They've got luck. He's not playing well. We're going to get into that a little bit later. I would think that the Houston Texans have the worst quarterback situation in the league. Right? In the
certainly
South.
Up
in
there.
The South.
Yeah, certainly in the South.
I mean, I take Bortles over Hoyer.
Yeah.
And certainly Mariota.
At least you have some long-term hopes with Bortles and Mariota. You know, you don't have the answer with Brian Hoyer. Similar to Cleveland. Like Cleveland with Josh McCown, and they had Brian Hoyer last year.
That being said, I'm going Houston here because I just think Colts are that team right now where the media attention they're getting is awful. They're not a good team. And their schedule's brutal.
Yeah, it is. But if they keep winning division games, that's my only thing I lean on. Until that happens, until the Texans, Jaguars, or Titans beat them, I can't go away.
I'm not allowing that team to make me look like a fool anymore. The Colts.
Well, any team in the AFC South is going to make it look like a fool.
I'm going Houston.
And what are they going to win?
I should go Tennessee.
7-9? Go with Tennessee. They're going to get a new coach.
No.
A bump.
I can't do it yet. I can't do it. In the West, it's Denver, and more on them later. Wild cards, who you got?
Wild cards.
This is a disaster wild card situation in the AFC.
It really is. I'm looking at the Oakland Raiders. I think they're the most improved team in the AFC. They finally got it right with Jack Del Rio, a head coach.
Think about that statement.
Yeah, Jack.
Stop yourself and think about it.
No, I like it. Look at the difference in Jacksonville when Jack Del Rio was there. Criticize him all you want. They haven't been anywhere near as good since he left. I think he's a solid NFL coach. Not great. Derek Carr is trending in the right direction. Amari Cooper's going to be a star. Raiders and Big Ben is back. That's enough to lift the Steelers back into the wild card mix.
I've got Pittsburgh. Same reason. They got Ben back. That's enough for me. And their defense has been better than anybody thought, right? I mean, they've played decent defense. Not a playoff defense, just decent defense, as opposed to some of the other teams they're up against here. That's that, and I got Oakland as well. You know, they bombed San Diego by putting points on the board, and that Jet team's supposed to be a good defense, and they bombed them too. I agree with you. Carr, when I interviewed Derek Carr on the radio, I left so impressed with that kid. And I said, you know what? This is one of those guys that someone's going to take in a middle round, and they might find something here. He just had something about him that I really liked a lot. He throws the ball down the field, and the kid Cooper is a stud. They really finally got their act together in the draft. The kid Mack is a stud. They're finally drafting guys that are helping them on the field. So I'm going to go Oakland. They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, Latavius Murray is really taking his game to the next step. So no, the Raiders also don't need Ray Rice, as one of our fans at the Golden Nugget said. They have a good running game. Everything is going right. And it's the first time since Rich Gannon has been there and took that team to the Super Bowl that the Raiders fans have something to get excited about.
You know, that's why the Raiders are finally going in the right direction. They stopped signing Ray Rice and Randy Moss and all of those cast-offs and vagabonds that they typically would have gone for in the past. All right, in the NFC, Arizona in the West has been there virtually the entire year. I got no reason to change that.
No. They're playing tremendous football. Carson Palmer should be in the MVP conversation. 263.
That's a sneaky name there, too.
263 points for the Arizona Cardinals so far this season. They're very good. The only thing I question with the Cardinals is those two hiccups. They should have won both of those games. This should be in the conversation with the New Englands and the Broncos and the Panthers of the world and the Bengals as one of those undefeated teams. They are a very good football team.
Carolina in the South, they didn't look great last night. Weather, whatever you want to do, they're undefeated. They play great defense. I don't think Cam Newton is an MVP, but that team's not 7-0 without him. And let me tell you, Cam Newton last night made some throws that no one else in this league could make.
Yeah, I think he is. He's not. I think he is. He should be, but he's not, because the numbers are not going to be there, and that's all people look at when they talk about MVPs. But if you look at the skill position talent around him, you know, we always talk about Sam Bradford doesn't have skill position talent. Well, either is Cam Newton, but he's 7-0. He finds a way to get it done. And from that aspect, I believe he's one of the most important players in this league. And the Panthers are now creating some separation from the Falcons.
I got the Packers in the North, although that's just one game separation right now between them and Minnesota. So that will be interesting when those two teams play.
And remember, the Packers play Carolina next week. So all of a sudden, if the Vikings can handle business at home against the Rams, it could be 6-2, 6-2 in the NFC North. But I'm still going Packers.
I am as well. And in the East, this one seems like just spin the wheel around. What's on the wheel of death this week there? Last week it was Washington for you. I don't even remember who I had last. I think I went Dallas last week just to appease the minions out there.
Didn't you? I'm going back to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they had a tremendous
Washington
bye
already
week.
got thrown to the wayside.
Well, who had a better
They
bye
didn't
week?
play last week.
Exactly. Who had a better bye week than the Eagles and the
Washington.
Redskins?
Washington had a better bye week than the Eagles.
Again, as I said last week, my Washington vote was a protest against the three other teams.
Well, here's the difference. Philadelphia's playing Dallas, a complete bleep show. Washington's going to New England.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. There's a difference. I got Philly too. If they don't win the next 3 out of 4, then there's a problem. I mean, they're playing Miami, they're playing Tampa Bay. They get both those games at home. Then they get to play Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. By that time, Detroit's probably going to be on their 3rd head coach of the season.
Yeah, and I don't know about that, but
the interim guy's going to quit.
Miami,
no,
I think.
Caldwell hasn't been fired, by the way.
Yeah, Miami, you're going to get a tweet about that.
I'm sure.
Miami, I thought would give them trouble, especially, but Cam Wake going down defensively, that helps. Yeah, they have a very, very easy schedule over the next month. and it's time to stop talking about it. It's time to get things going in the right direction. And that's why, more than anything else, I really do think Chip Kelly should have revisited the quarterback position during the bye week. But we are where we are.
We are where we are. That's the wild card teams. Who are the two NFC wild cards? This one seems like, if you're just going off the records, it's starting to at least separate a little bit more on the NFC side. We've gone with Atlanta, or I've gone with Atlanta virtually the whole year. I know you had Atlanta winning the division before. You then slipped them into the wild card spot. That's a bad loss for them. You know I'm not the biggest Atlanta fan. I still got them in there because their schedule is very light.
Yeah, and it was an egregious loss, but understand they outplayed Tampa Bay. They moved the football at will, but they had the 4 turnovers, 2 in the red zone. Falcons are a good team. They're not a great team, and they'll be in the playoffs. Probably one and done, but they'll be there. Second one, Minnesota, because they won the 2 back-to-back road games, and that's been so difficult for them. But it's a soft Minnesota because they did not play well. Probably should have lost to a bad Bears team.
I've got Minnesota as well. But I agree. I'm not 1,000% behind them yet. Not like, I don't feel like Minnesota like I do Carolina. You know, I really like Carolina. I think they're just nasty.
And you shouldn't like
Snarl.
the Vikings. I mean, you
What
should
did that guy
like.
say to me in the elevator?
What did he say?
Am I here to
Squander.
Am I here to squander today?
Squander. I'm going to squander $50 in free play a little bit later.